Today we are going to see how to write a program using YAK specifications to implement syntax analysis phase of compiler to validate well-formed parentheses. As this program includes syntax analysis phase, you have to write both LEX program and YAK program. As usual, this LEX program will have three sections. First section will be the declaration section. This is the C declaration having comment followed by inclusion of header files #include y.tab.h, which is the header file created for the communication between LEX program and YAK program. Then we are going to include the other header files like stdir.h and so on as per the requirement. Then second section of the LEX program will have the rules which are written using pattern followed by action, where the pattern is written using regular expression and action is a valid C statement. And third section is going to have the auxiliary routines. In this case it is YYError function, which is an inbuilt function. This function is called whenever a syntax error occurs and a message is passed as input, which will be printed for the user on the standard output device, that is the console. Then in the YAK program also we are going to have three sections. The first section is the C declaration. The half part is the C declaration having comment and other C declaration like #include stdir.h, then the prototype of YYError function, the prototype of YYLEX function. As seen, YYError is an inbuilt function which is called by the parser whenever an error occurs, and a syntax analysis and an error message is passed as an input, which will be displayed for the user on the standard output device, that is screen. YYLEX is also an input function, an inbuilt function, which will be called by this YYPass function internally whenever it requires the input. Then in the remaining part of the declaration section, other declarations are done. That is, union is declared, then %type and %token. These statements are used to declare the non-terminals and the terminals used by the program respectively. Now let us see how the input will be given and how it will be processed. Then we will see accordingly how the grammar is written. So because this is the program for checking well-formed parentheses, we will take as an input a well-formed parenthesis. For example, this is the input, which is having a mixed combination of round brackets, then square brackets, then curly brackets, and they are well-formed. So what do you mean by well-formed? So first opening bracket occurs and then later closing bracket occurs. This is called well-formed. Same for the others also. And if you consider the next input, then round brackets are well-formed, but these curly brackets are also well-formed, but for this angle bracket, opening bracket is there but closing bracket is missing. So it is not, the whole expression is not well-formed. Hence the output will be syntax error. Otherwise the output will be well-formed parenthesis. So to check this, you have to always check that round bracket, that is opening bracket, occurs first, followed by the closing bracket. And what is the opening bracket? Means whether it is round bracket or curly bracket or it is square bracket or it is the angle bracket. So for this, you need to write the grammar accordingly. So as we are going to give the input, the expression, and at the end we will press enter, then only this output is shown. That is this expression followed by enter. So that's why the first rule is line gives s followed by slash n. If all the brackets are correct, then this action is executed. That is, the message is printed well from parenthesis and return 0 statement is executed. It means YY pass will execute successfully and control will go to the next statement. Then this S is going to check the syntax of expression. So what can be an expression? So the rules are S gives A or A S, or open S close S, or open 1 S close 1 S, and the other combinations. So this will be used, S gives A rule will be used whenever only opening followed by closing combinations are there, like this. But when there are multiple brackets, then these remaining rules will be used according to brackets. Now here, whatever appears on the left hand side of the rule, that is line, S and A, these are the non-terminals, that is variables. So that's why they are declared using percentage type statement. And open, close, open 1, close 1, open 2, close 2, open 3, close 3. All these are the terminals along with slash n. So these are declared using the percentage token statement. Now for these non-terminals and terminals, their corresponding brackets, that is attributes, will be a single character, that is single opening bracket or single closing bracket, or only slash n and so on. So that's why here for the percentage union, the member is only one character, that is char str, which is an attribute for these terminals as well as these tokens. Now let us see the corresponding lex file. In the corresponding lex file, the first rule is for the space. That is, if there is space in the input, then the action is semicolon, that is do nothing. Just ignore the space. If in the input user types enter, then slash n is the rule match and the action is return slash n. If the input contains opening bracket, then the token is open. If the input contains square bracket, then token is open 1. For curly bracket, token is open 2. For opening angle bracket, token is open 3. Similarly, for closing round bracket, close is the token. For closing square bracket, close 1. For closing curly bracket, close 2. And for closing angle bracket, the token return will be close 3. It is necessary to take separate tokens because we want to match opening round bracket with opening closing bracket only. That is, for the open token, the matching end will be close. If you take the same token for all these, then and matching token for these remaining 4, then for any opening bracket, any closing bracket like this, that is for round open bracket, this closing square bracket will also match. So it is necessary to take these separate tokens to represent each of the opening and closing brackets. Now let us see how it will work. So whenever this input is given, this input will match this S, and whatever slash n is entered by the user, pressed by the user, that will match this. Now what this S will do? Now this S will follow one of these rules. That is, for this particular input, it is starting with the round bracket. For round bracket, open is the token. So it will match, this S will follow the rule open S, close S. Like this, the input particular rule according to the input will be matched and then the input will be processed. Internally, this YARK will always construct a syntax tree if the syntax of the input is correct. And the output of this YARK program, that is parser, is nothing but a syntax tree. Thank you.